There it is.
Stop the world, let me off. I don't like this destination. I like a transfer to the express line. I gotta get off. Electric slide to the devil doors of life. Things are changing and it ain't the way I like. On the replay, wish I could get a replay. Don't mean to hold ya, but I wanna do over. Gas up the ship, shoot me a text and let me know when it is time. I wanna get off, I wanna get off. 1 star, would not recommend that we go far from here. I wanna get off, I wanna get off. Stop the world.
A music podcast for the culture. Wild Thoughts.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wild Thoughts. We are back. Why is that banner not supposed to be up? That one is supposed to be up. It's like I was like, where did this comment come from? What is going on? So what's up, V Trees?
Shit, man. Maintaining, bro. How about you?
What's going on in your world?
Man, action, bro. Just a lot of work, man. I mean, it's a good busy, but I'm hella grinding.
Same here, man. Super busy, trying to keep up.
Right.
Trying not to drown. I feel like I'm doing an okay job of, not drowning. Like I was telling you, like off the air, we got to get ready. We got a big show coming up in December.
Yeah.
And I think even for that, I'm probably gonna slow down some of the other like smaller shows we have, like slow down some of the shows and stuff, so we can just focus. Like November.
That's a big task.
A lot. Yeah. What up, cousin? What up, Will? Will recently had a birthday. I don't know if you saw my page, Will. They was giving you love, man. I made a birthday shout out for you, but you never came on and responded. But they was giving you birthday love, cousin.
What up, Will?
Yeah, man. We got. It's funny because it's so much to talk about. I almost don't even know where to start, man. Like, everything is so overwhelming.
It's a lot going on, and multiple things per day. Even now, it ain't even like what's happening this week. It's
literally per day.
Yeah, it's 10 news cycles a day, kind of shit. But that's the chaos that is pre-planned. Project 2025, right out of Donald Trump's mouth and shit.
Oh, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, because everybody named Mama. He said he never heard of it. All the black Trump supporters he said he never heard of Project 2025. He ain't got nothing to do with that. And this week he fully accepted it. But like you said, because so much shit is happening, it wasn't even big news.
Yeah, but there was, I won't say there was a minority segment of people that thought he was telling the truth, but I mean, the handwriting was already on the wall. So like him saying that he didn't know anything about that was, just the standard lie. Not to accept that shit for face value. But what was funny to me was during that time, the pundits and the talk show talking heads and shit like that were like adamant about excuse me, his denial was enough. Like, why do you keep bringing up those 2025 talking points? He's already said he's against it and he doesn't know anything about it. Why don't y'all let it go? It's like, bro, you can't be serious that because he said it, it's considered gospel, because every third word out of dude's mouth is a lie, or setting up a lie, or covering for a lie, or you know what I'm saying. So it was just, I don't know. It was rewarding to hear him acknowledge it and people go aha and shit like that. But it's like, when he said it, I knew there was no merit to it and shit. But They say that I was watching the news where they were reporting that about 38 or 48% of Project 25, I'm sorry, Project 2025 has been implemented already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like you can say it ain't the playbook, but it's exactly everything in it. And even one of the co-authors of it was in the news interview, and he was saying, you know, during this period before the election that Trump had to deny, you know, any association with the Project 2025 plan, but it was like the wink wink understood aspect that they were going to go with it.
Right.
Excuse me. So, just it was damn near non-newsworthy because it's so many lies and so much shit out there that was like a school shooting now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, they poor kids, and move on and shit.
Yeah.
It's easy to see that shit get normalized, you know.
Well, one of the biggest things, like you said, that was implemented from Project 2025 was basically having military taking over every city, taking over the cities, having that military presence to make it look like, you know, a dictatorship type place, right?
Yeah.
And he's been implementing that, trying to send them in the cities, and then even saying like we should use American cities. Like, to me, if this ain't enough for treason, I don't know what is. We should use American cities for training grounds for our military.
But it is grounds for treason. But you know what is going to happen is that the Supreme Court already ruled that shit that's done in office, you know, on behalf of the nation and shit like that was not considered a crime after he's out of office. So he basically set the stage for all this shit to get a pass on it, you know, and that had to be the foresight of the architects of 2025, because they know that the shit pushes the envelope on civil rights and civil liberties in general and shit, not just the civil rights for black folks, but just, I mean, there's so much unconstitutional shit that's going on right now that he has to have that golden parachute packed before he got in office, you know.
Yeah,
so
man.
It's some outrageous shit, but I think that really though that putting the troops into these cities is really, and this is just my opinion, but I mean obviously they're setting off some chaos, but I think they're trying to trigger reactions. That's why they're putting it in competitive, putting the troops in competitive states or democratic states so much so, because if they trigger reaction, if some of these Democrats are like, I just had enough of this shit, and you know somebody out in the streets protesting and start fucking up some cops and shit like that, then they can declare martial law and they don't have to have midterm elections and shit, you know what I'm saying? So this is the long game. I think this is just a start of it leading up to November of next year and shit.
Agreed.
Yeah, so it's I just hope that nobody takes the bait, but you know they're good for planting you know, plants in the crowds of the protesters to throw a brick
to
or
spark
a
shit up.
firebomb and shit to make it look more crazy than it is. In fact, they were suspecting that was what was done in L.A. when that car burned, when the Tesla burned up and shit.
Yeah.
But I think if the people don't take the bait, they're going to do some more shit to incite a conflict, because I've seen a whole bunch of Republicans talking about they're not going to vote a Republican ticket when the election comes around again. So I think they know that they don't, you know, that they stand to lose the House, excuse me, or the Senate in the election. So if they can forego the election altogether, you know, that would be one way to do it. I mean, they could Elon Musk that shit again and try to steal it from votes, but now that everybody's up on game on what the fuck happened with the presidential election, I don't think they could skate with that same thing again. I don't know, they billionaires. They could probably skate with the shit again, you know what I mean? But avoiding the election altogether, I think, is the end game.
You think that's the real plan?
I would think so, because they're alienating Democrats and Republicans with the policies that they're doing, with ICE in all these cities, raiding motherfuckers, fucking them up, farmers losing their shit, you know what I'm saying, and all the types of things that although they did vote for, the Republicans did vote for them, they didn't have no idea what was going to happen to them. So now they got buyer's remorse, and they're like, they don't want to vote the ticket, and I saw a town hall thing just before we got online where someone was saying that they didn't want to vote for anybody that's associated with Trump's cabinet. So that's why they're already have made up their mind to vote for a Democratic ticket, because anybody that's on the Republican side that is endorsed by Trump or whatever, they feel like they're going to get more of the same thing. So I know with that kind of foresight, the Republicans already know that the gallows is waiting for their ass next year. You know what I mean? So they have to avoid it in one way or another.
I don't know if you recall when we were first on here and ICE was being deployed everywhere, and we were talking about how, like, I know a lot of people gonna say like, oh, this ain't none of my business and da da da. And I said, well, after they come for the Latinos, they come for the black folks next. And everybody's like, no, we citizens, da da da. Like, as you can see, Trump don't give a damn about us being citizens. I don't know if y'all saw there was a raid in Chicago.
Yeah,
where it's supposed to been going in for a gang, but they basically took a whole bunch of civilians in and had kids, like young black kids, tied up and zip ties and naked and had them all. Like, it's so crazy, man. And so I was like, I knew this. Like, once he started deciding he wanted to violate civil rights, I knew we were going to be next.
Yeah, that was a no-brainer. And they had niggas rappelling down from helicopters and shit. They didn't just drive up, you know what I'm saying, and knock on the door and serve a warrant or have the battle ram and no shit like that. Motherfuckers came in helicopters and shit. Yeah, so it's all theater and shit like that, along with the civil rights violations and shit. But you're right, blacks are definitely. I don't even want to say it's a second target. I think it was a parallel target all along. But the way to initiate the premise and introduce the premise into the psyche is to say it's an illegal alien.
Yeah,
yeah. But bro, that's the kind of triggering shit though that I'm saying that they trying to pull to, like, somebody gonna like fucking sock a ice motherfucking mouth or some shit.
right, to try to get us under martial law.
Yeah. And have motherfuckers waiting to say, see, that's why we need to do this shit. That's what I'm talking about right there. They even shot some chick. Didn't you hear about that? Some chick.
No.
They surrounded her car. I think they shot her 5 or 7 times. She didn't die. She just got out the hospital, I think, yesterday.
That's crazy.
The ICE agents shot her. I don't know if they shot her with bullets or they shot her with something. I thought it was bullets, but she got shot 5 times. Let me see if I can pull up her name, because they were heralding her as a hero and shit, because she protested against ICE. I think she was in her car or something, and they surrounded her car and shot it up and shit. Let me see who that lady was. I'll type it. It's all fucked up. But anyway, motherfuckers is out of control, man. It's bananas with no split in this shit. And then what did you think about that Pete Hegseth speech?
Dog,
that shit
I was just talking to somebody. I was just talking to a friend of mine, and I said, Saturday Night Live don't even have to change words now. Like, they don't even have to write shit. They could literally take everything that he's saying and make it a sketch.
Yeah.
Because, like, as you're watching it, I'm like, damn, is this real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they did it on Saturday Night Live, they were like, this is the gayest our military has ever been.
Yeah.
And somehow also the fattest. How is that a thing?
Yeah, he said we want sleek, hairless, muscular, hairless men that are definitely not gay or some shit.
Yeah, because that is really, I don't know, man. It's really weird, the stuff that that they feel like they're fighting for. But again, as you see it, it goes to what Trump and his whole cabinet and everything is about. It's basically like the preservation of white men, period. Yeah. Nothing else. It's not really about nothing else. It's not about governing. It's not about power, like law. It's literally about the preservation of not even white women, just white men. Not, cause I can't even say just the preservation of whiteness. It's literally just a preservation of white men.
Yeah.
And like you said,
and they don't.
because they doing that, it's gonna alienate when it comes midterms. It's gonna bite them on the ass.
Oh, absolutely, man. There's too many people that are getting burned by the policies and the actions. You know what I mean? It's
Well, yeah,
like
because
that
the medic, like
unintended
the people, the
spillover.
Medicare, the Medicare, the
Yeah,
farmers. I don't know if you saw the soybean farmers was talking about all the people who they usually sell their soybeans to outside of the country are making deals with Argentina.
yeah. I
So
did
they
see that.
like it's killing them. You know what I'm saying? Like all the tariffs, because they said all the tariffs is killing the farmers. On top of them not being able to have workers because all the undocumented are gone, and they're like
Yeah,
nobody want these jobs. Y'all thinking they taking black jobs? Like they not black people don't want to do this shit.
and just the alienation of other countries, just with dudes, what he considers his swag and shit is like, you going around stepping all on other countries' toes and insulting them and shit like that. And
Yeah,
talking
like we was
mad
at the
shit
United
about them
Nations. Like
and
everybody's trash.
yeah. And then you like donating and supporting motherfuckers with negative regimes in other countries and shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even like supporting like what America's stance has historically been like. Well, I know that's been bullshit too, but to like try to like install or support the democratic leaning leaders in other countries,
Right.
this motherfucker's like, take away voting rights, his same playbook in these other countries. And like, what country is it they're giving like $20 billion to or some shit like that? That was just announced. Somebody that's going through some type of financial turmoil. I found the thing about the lady who got shot and shit.
Oh yeah, what happened to her? Let's get back to that.
Well, this was Marmar Martinez. It said that she was involved in a vehicle chase that ended in her ramming a CBP vehicle. Authorities claim the government vehicle carrying 3 border protection agents was followed and boxed in by a convoy of civilian vehicles. But the body camera footage captured shows one of the officers saying, "Do something, bitch," before opening fire.
This shit is crazy.
This is from the Chicago, the Guardian.com, the newspaper. But that shit is just crazy. But I honestly though, I have to say that I didn't know that she had rammed a car. But then a couple of things. One, I do like that these cities that these motherfuckers is popping up in is starting to resist and push back in certain ways. I do think it's going to end with a martial law kind of thing. But motherfuckers can't just pull up and like snatch motherfucker out of. I mean, and plus they breaking motherfuckers' windows and shit. Like, nigga, you fucking my car up and shit.
Yeah, and
like,
they
then
said
turn
some
out
people
I'm a citizen. Who's gonna pay for my window and shit?
and people are not even ICE agents. A lot of people are posing as ICE agents. They like private citizens who dress up in military gear and wear masks and just like taking people off the streets.
Right. And that's the other thing I was going to mention is that they say that she rammed a CBP vehicle, but these motherfuckers is riding around in Mustangs and motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, old Celica Supras and shit and F10 pickups. Like, motherfucker, y'all don't have no government agency markings, no license plates, no decal on the side of your door, nothing. You just pull up on
wait, even trip this. There's people buying fake ICE decals, putting them on their cars.
I'm surprised more motherfuckers ain't got shot, honestly, or pew-pewed or whatever the fucking politically correct shit is to say in your videos on social media. But a motherfucker pull up to my house and jump out of a motherfucking car with a mask on, you know what I'm saying? Or run up to my window talking about let the window down and all this shit with a fucking mask on. You catch the wrong one, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? There'd be a medical emergency for sure. Yeah. So I'm surprised that honestly that hasn't happened more because these people are nondescript and trying to execute this shit. And like you said, there's fake people that aren't even involved in the shit that are doing it. So and there was something I saw today, man, there's so much shit, dude. I could go on and on, but did you see the thing about the pastor that got shot in the head with the rubber bullet today? Some motherfucking ICE agents was up on a roof on a building and shit. And the protesters were down below. And motherfucker just shoot, just pew, pew, just shooting motherfucker, and bam, caught the pastor in the head and shit.
I feel like the ICE agents, a lot of them are like the like Paul Blart Mall Cop. Like it's a bunch of dudes who couldn't make it in the force, so they just like they on ICE right now because they down there let anybody in at ICE. So it's like the dudes who wanted to be cops and shouldn't have been cops now get to play cop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the motherfuckers that, excuse me, are also the militia motherfuckers and shit like that are just waiting for an opportunity like this. They've been training for years for some shit like this.
Yeah.
And now they finally get to pull out all these guns they've been ordered online and shit, and come out in the street and do something to motherfuckers, whether it's legal or not. It's got the blessing of the president, even though that motherfucker's suspect. Okay, I found this shit. I don't know how to share it into our.
What up, Cofield? What up, LaTroy? What up, cousin?
I'm gonna send you this link to the pastor getting shot in the head, man. I'm doing it on my computer, so I ain't copying. Yeah. I ain't putting it into the chat, but this shit is fucking crazy work. This was today too. But yeah, it's just unfortunate how outrageous the motherfuckers are, and they're just pushing the envelope to see what shit falls through the cracks and that they actually get away with. Yep, that's right, Willie. The Proud Boys, bounty hunters, all them motherfuckers are out there deputized by the Trump administration with no fucking legal. I mean, no legal precedents, but no training, no background requirements and shit like that. These motherfuckers are getting these $50,000 bonuses and shit like that, and are just out in the street driving their regular ass cars and shit. It reminded me of when we moved to Texas, bro, and the fucking mailman in Katy, the city we lived in, they drive their regular cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? In street clothes, motherfuckers got on like Nike shorts and shit, coming up to my door like, "Open the door, I got a package." Motherfucker, if you don't get away from my door, bro, for real, you know what I'm saying? You don't have no identifying characteristic. You're in your own car with a package at my door and shit. So that reminds me of what ICE is doing now and shit. Anybody can be out there in the motherfucking tracksuit and shit. I saw a motherfucker with a bulletproof vest on with no shirt on. Like
I told you, this like legit is like some Saturday Night Live Dave Chappelle skits in real life. Yeah,
it's hilarious, man. I mean, it would be hilarious if it wasn't so fucking insulting. If it wasn't real. Yeah, it's just like, bruh. But anyway, it's so much of this shit to consume, man. It's like this shit can go on and fucking on. We do a 2-hour show just talking about the shit that happened this week.
Yeah, man. Also, too, I don't know if you heard about the young man, the football player.
Yeah.
Who took his own life, Karen Lacey, man. Yeah. And that cop lied on him, had witnesses lie on him, and the lady who caused the accident knew she caused the accident. That kid's supposed to be in the NFL right now, man.
Right.
And he took his life because he said the last thing he said to his mom was like, "Why everybody hate me? Why won't nobody believe me?" And that, like, bro, when I say it broke my heart, that whole story, and I'm like, I hope this cop gets put under the jail, man. Like,
yeah, I hope so too. But they pardoning motherfuckers for way less than that shit, or giving motherfuckers passes. They was trying to pardon Derek Chauvin and shit. So a motherfucker just lied on somebody. That's Tuesday in motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, in the real world, in the neighborhood and shit. You know what I'm saying? A cop lying on a motherfucker. So it's a horrible thing though. But I did see the footage, the body cam footage, where he's telling them, "I'm gonna need you to say that you had to swerve to avoid the charger, or you saw the charger." That and the third. I was like, this motherfucker just straight. Like, he ain't even like asking open-ended questions and shit.
Yeah, like he didn't try to like guide it, try to be smooth.
That shit was cold, man. And then and bro lost his life over that shit. See, I have a vengeful spirit, man. I couldn't let shit like that pass. You know what I'm saying? Something happened to my son or my brother or some shit like that, I would never finish fucking a motherfucker up over some shit like that. It's like, cops, get your ass, or I'm gonna do it and shit. So I don't know. I know they're trying to go the right route. They got Ben. Is Ben Crump representing them, or am I thinking of?
I'm not sure.
I think there may be some. Oh no, Ben Crump is on the situation where the kid got the second autopsy, where Colin Kaepernick paid for the autopsy for the kid that was found hung in Mississippi, and they found out through the second autopsy that he had blunt force trauma and a bunch of injuries and shit. So I was confusing those two outrageous crimes against black people and shit. But that's another one, bro. That just it's that provocative shit that's going on. And motherfuckers is just trying to, like, you know how every once in a while you get you hear a manifesto from one of these white supremacists, active shooters, that they were trying to trigger a race war and shit like that. I think that game is stepping up, exponentially now, and not even just a race war, just a civil war, which might be a little easier when you start pissing off white people too and shit, burning the motherfucking judge's house down and all this kind of crazy.
Well, I've been telling people, I said, man, y'all stop falling for this bullshit. Stop falling for this Democrat, terrorism or violence, left-wing violence or right-wing violence. I was like, that's the wrong conversation. Y'all having the wrong conversation. It ain't Democrat violence. It's white man violence. These white, like, because if it was all black men doing these on the left or right, the conversation would be about black men committing political violence. This is white on white crime, white men committing political violence. They commit more political violence than anybody. I don't take the Republican or Democrat off, even though the Republicans, they say they are responsible for like way more, like 70% of political violence. But the real conversation is white men are responsible for most of the political violence that's happening. And we letting them confuse the issue by saying, oh, this one was a liberal or this one was a Republican. Like, no. That's not the conversation. The conversation is, why is it such a large swath of white men doing school shootings, doing political violence, incel violence, like killing women that didn't want to talk to them, all those things. Like, that's the real issue. Willie said, I think they find it easier to start a civil war than a race war because we're not following the script and staying home.
Yeah, and I think so too. Plus, I think white people are triggered, you know what I'm saying, more easily on that level, on that get on the roof and shoot at people kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I think the black response is different anyway, even if we did respond. But, going out and going into a school and shooting kindergartners and shit like that is not the reaction from the black culture. So definitely easier to trigger a civil war, because enough farmers get they fucking keep losing their shit, then you gonna see some shit, you know what I'm saying, from that segment, among others. Somebody's grandma died because they damn Medicare got cut off and shit, you know what I'm saying. You're gonna see some motherfuckers reacting and shit. Ain't gonna be no GoFundMe, you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be a different level of get back. So definitely on point, Willie.
Yeah, like you said, man, it's like it's so much, it's so much to try to get through, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it just
ain't even been a year.
No, but it just shows you how much chaos these motherfuckers are trying to wreak just to be able to say that in a sentence. It's just too much shit to cover. That's exactly the plan. That's what what's the one of that advisor to do that's always
Stephen Miller.
The unshaven motherfucker, the chubby dude. That used to be his right hand man in the first.
Oh, yeah, I see his face. Damn, what's that man name?
That was his from his playbook. He said, "Reap so much chaos." That
he said, "Flood
choke
the
courts with you choke up the courts with the cases to fight some of the stuff that people can take you to court on and shit like that, and have so much other shit coming on a damn news cycle is only 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying, an hour and shit, because suddenly there's another thing. And we ain't even really got over the Epstein files, you know what I'm saying? But it's been, since the Epstein files came up, it's been at least 50 other outrageous things that have gone on and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, pick your chaos.
Yeah, pretty
Too
much.
to be outraged about.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's so hard to keep up. Like literally, like you're like, oh, this happened. Like when you let a week go by, bro, it's so much going on in that 1 week. Like
Yeah.
we used to have like, oh, we got to figure out what we're going to talk about in regards to like the political side of things. Like, no, now it's literally like, oh, we forgot to talk about that. You know, every time we get off the show, we be like, oh, we forgot to talk about that. We forgot to, because it's so much going
Even
on.
tonight.
And also, man, it's hard to stay tapped in with it because you know me, I used to be a political nut. Like I used to love to like, I can't even do it no more because one, it's overwhelming. Shit is kind of depressing. And it's just like it weighs down on your spirit. So it's even hard to try to keep up like you used to.
Yeah, it definitely
On
has.
top of, you know what I'm saying, on
impact.
top of it being like a whole bunch of stuff all the time. Like on top
Yeah.
of there just being too much to catch and deal with. Like you know, like the company Arc Republic that I work for and I do political commentary for them.
Yeah.
I promise you, I will be in the middle of trying to record a podcast for them. And like literally everything I'm talking about has changed. By the time I finish recording, like, oh, I'm doing it, and then an article pop up on my phone. Like, while I'm doing it, the Trump tariff's supposed to be at 90% in this country, 88%. Then it pops up right when I'm about to finish. Trump said he's holding off on all tariffs until February, and Like, and that happened to me a few times, man. Just because, like you said, the way the dude told Trump to flood the field, it's like so much going on. It's hard to really keep up, and it's hard to keep people abreast because the reason I like to do this show and talk about the political side, because I know a lot of people look to us to kind of break stuff down for them in layman's terms, you know. But like it's like, yo, I feel like I'm doing the service because it's so much. I feel like I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but I guess the big picture for listeners and you know me myself and shit like that is to just continue to be outraged because the shit is intentionally overwhelming. They're opening the floodgates on shit like that, but you can't get apathetic because it's too much shit to keep up with. Not saying that you're saying that, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
that,
for sure.
you know, you just gotta fucking stay mad. You know, to stay informed. I forgot what the James Baldwin quote is specifically, but it is like to be informed, and being an informed black man is in America is to be outraged at all times or some shit like that. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Yeah. So just absorb the shit, be pissed off, but don't be apathetic. Motherfuckers say, you know, call this number and you know, say something about we want to take this, overturn this policy or complain about this motherfucker's rhetoric or whatever and shit. Still do that shit. I do that shit. Although it puts me on a whole bunch of motherfucking mailing lists I don't want to be on and shit. But
right.
But it's either that or what's the opposite of that? You know what I'm saying? Sit back and let the shit happen. Because
sit back and get steamrolled by this whole shit.
Yeah, inaction is consent. You know, so you gotta. That's my mind state right now because I don't really. And you know, my timeline used to be all fucking dogs and you know, music and shit. But now it's just like I try to share shit. I donate to fucking political causes and shit, especially Jasmine Crockett, the vote on the Proposition 50 and all that shit like that. Like that, I'm trying to support shit like that because I think the Republicans have been able to get away with so much because of apathy. You know what I'm saying, on the Democratic side.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna be heard. I'm just one motherfucker, but you know, at least if something goes down, and like they say, what if your kid asked you one day, what were you doing during the time that so and so? No, nigga, I was voting. I was motherfucking speaking out. I was sharing posts. You should have seen how I share posts, nigga. And you know what I'm saying, and all that shit.
Right.
So this the opposite of nothing.
Yeah, man, and you're right. You're right. Like you said, it's hard to do it just because there's so much going on, and on top of that, we got our own regular everyday life shit that we got to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's hard to, you know, like you said, I want people to not, like you say, be apathetic to what's going on. And you know, I will say, what do you think about what up, Terrell? Fighting fire, exactly. That's what you have to do, T. the government shutdown.
Well, first off, I was relieved that the Democrats didn't pussy out.
Man,
Cave
listen,
at the last minute.
Because they've been pissing me off.
Yeah.
They've been pissing me off, man.
Honestly,
even with the Charlie Kirk voting him like a special day, and like all the Democrats, I was like, what? I hate y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all talk about getting trampled over. Y'all just letting yourself get trampled over.
Right, because your what do they call it? Like your districts or whatever that elected you and shit like that. You know, I'm sure that a lot of them contain voters that that Charlie Kirk shitted on, you know, on his everyday dialogue and shit like that. So to stand up and vote for this motherfucker is a slap in the face to your constituents, you know, to me. So yeah, that was shameful for sure. And I'm still not 100% convinced that the Democrats aren't cracking around the edges on the shutdown, you know, and Donald Trump saying that he's willing to talk about the health care, but only after the shutdown. That's like telling his contractors at his construction projects, I'm gonna pay you, but after y'all finish all the shit and give me all the deeds to everything and shit. Like, nobody should be buying that shit. But I heard that a few Democrats have I guess entertained changing their vote and shit and voting to end the shutdown and shit. It's like, whatever the fuck you do, don't do that shit. That's your only time that you can show some political muscle, since you don't have the House or the Senate on your side and shit like that. Just do it. You know, motherfuckers saying that the Democrats gonna get blamed for it, but they're getting blamed for the shit anyway. So you might as well do the right thing out of it and shit, and at least look like you representing the people that put you into office to begin with.
Yeah, man. And also, I just think after that vote, I think it goes back to what I forgot what was his name, David. It's a young kid. He's one of the new Democrats, but he was basically saying, like, man, you gotta get them old Democrats, you got to get them up out of here.
Yeah.
Like, after that vote, it became like abundantly clear, like, y'all all voted for this Charlie Kirk bullshit. Y'all need to all go. Like, all y'all need to go.
Yeah. It was a disgrace, man. I mean, I don't think they could have stopped it from.
They didn't have to vote for it though.
No, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. They didn't. They should have stood on their merits and said, "Fuck no." You know, y'all may be doing it, but you won't be doing it with my help. You know.
Yeah.
And I think what you said, Terrell, was right. That Gavin Newsom ain't fucking perfect, but he at least is one of those that's looking to fight fire with fire. Jasmine Crockett, a few of the Democrats that are kind of inspirational of the way the responses, I think, should be clapping back from the Democratic side and shit. Man.
Well, what I feel like the Democrats are doing, like, I feel like everybody was boxing for years, right? Like, we was boxing.
Yeah.
Boxing rules, right? You know, so you had fighters like Muhammad Ali versus, you know, whoever you want, you know, Muhammad Ali versus Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman. You know, you had boxers, and then one day a UFC fighter just got in there and start kicking the shit out of the boxers. And I feel like the Democrats is like, but we still boxing. And the Republicans like, no, bitch, this UFC. Yeah. like the Democrats like, but we're boxers.
Yeah.
And the Republicans like, okay, cool, keep boxing.
Jumping off the top rope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
the rules.
That's the analogy it feels like to me. I feel like the Democrats are still trying to play by these like old rules, and like the Republicans are on some guerrilla warfare shit. Like, oh, y'all still wearing uniforms and marching up with your bayonets, huh?
Yeah,
jumping out of trees, stabbing niggas in necks.
Yeah,
street clothes.
Yeah, like the Vietnam jungle war and shit, where they thought they was gonna bowl over the little army and shit.
Yeah,
but that's absolutely right. I think that analogy is great, man, because that's exactly what it is. Motherfuckers is trying to be all
had the same decorum,
but like polite and shit with their fucking pocket squares and their fucking pockets and shit, showing up and getting their lunch money taken every fucking day and shit. So yeah, it definitely needs to change. But I think one start would be if an election gets held in November, that would be at least a colonic for excuse me, all the shit that's happening right now. But you know what though, honestly, a lot of that shit may not be impacted as much by the election because dude's not going through Congress
Yeah,
to
he's
pass a
not
lot of
governing
this
like
shit.
that. Yeah.
He's just doing fucking executive orders, even on shit where you probably have the votes to do the shit and make it law for real. He's not even going that route and shit. Excuse me. They got everything on their side to fucking the votes to get shit through. You know what I'm saying? They definitely got the dick riders, you know, that the true MAGA motherfuckers that aren't just traditional Republicans, you
Right.
know, that support just anything this motherfucker say and shit. So I wonder what impact the election would have, except that they can call more hearings and bring people to the carpet, you know.
Yeah.
But honestly, now having said that, I think that those hearings and shit have lost whatever, you know,
Yeah, they don't have no
influence and
consequences
magnitude
for
they
them.
had.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers just don't come sometime and shit, and you know what I'm saying. And then when they host those things where Democrats and Republicans are supposed to be there, you know, tabling questions and shit like that, sometimes Republicans don't even attend the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't offer any type of counterpoint to whatever the talking points are the person from the administration is coming in with. You know, so they just don't even show up to be called to task on the shit or how they voted or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like
I
the
just
shit
want to
don't
know
just.
at what point is enough going to be enough for some of the Republicans to be like, all right, we gotta fall off this wagon because we getting into dictatorial territory.
I don't think that's gonna happen. The only thing that I've seen on the Republican side is like motherfuckers resign. Yeah, they got the Supreme Court as well. That's a great point.
Yeah.
But I think that people are just resigning, so they're just opening the door for another radical motherfucker to come in and get voted into their seat where they may have been on the fence about some of the shit. You know, you resign and then Charlie Kirk Jr. gets elected and shit.
Right.
You got fucking more of a shit show than you had before. Excuse me. But I have seen that some of these races that have come up. What do they call those races that are before the election?
The midterms.
Well, no, not the midterms. But you know, when somebody steps down like a
Special elections.
Special elections, the Democrats have been taking a few of those that have come up. So that may be forewarning about what comes with the midterm elections and shit. But I think that's the only way that Republicans are getting out of the mix is to resign. You know, because if they're going to speak out, you notice when motherfuckers say they're going to resign, then they start talking mad shit about Trump and shit.
Because they ain't got to worry about running again.
Yesterday, nodding and showing your teeth, and then once you announce your return and not seeking re-election, then you start talking about a bunch of bad shit about dude.
Yeah.
So now I'm depressed, man. Let's talk about something happy here. I'm like,
let's talk about some music.
Kick the dog and shit. Yeah, some music, man. I was wanting to suggest that we have been talking about reviewing a record or some new release and shit. So I was thinking about doing our own. The only thing that came to mind a minute ago is that, like, typically if you want to review a record, you can play little snippets of the songs, and we can't do that and shit since the record ain't out yet.
Yeah. Stephanie, hold on. She said, I need some more consistency. I was sitting here looking for y'all. Now I had to. Well, Steph, you know, for the most part, we do every other Wednesday now. Because we was on not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday, because, you know, we do karaoke on Wednesday, first and third Wednesday. So the second and fourth Wednesday, we usually hear. And I tagged you. I think I may have not tagged you, Shannon, and I apologize for that if I didn't tag you. But Yeah, and then sometimes too, Stephanie, you know, life be life, and like a couple times I missed class. I had to go to my daughter's recital. I had to go to my other daughter's open house. You know, I'm doing what I can, but you know, life be life on your boy. You know how to go. But I tell you this, we try our best to be consistent as possible and do the show as much as possible.
Yeah, it's definitely a relief mechanism of sorts. You know what I'm saying? At least verbalize the shit. This is like going to therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting this out, getting to spend time with y'all, you know.
Yeah. Plus, I enjoy hearing the points of view that come back, you know, from the people that listen in too, man. Because you know, sometimes there's an angle you haven't thought of. You know what I'm saying? And it gives you more perspective or more landscape to consider for us, you know, for a specific topic and shit. So yeah, we definitely want to be here. I know I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, life be life. And then there's edibles too. So there's that. One Wednesday I was on talking my ass off. We didn't even have a show and shit. Like, oh shit, what time is it?
That's right, cousin. Music is therapy. I agree 100%.
Absolutely. So let's get into it, man. As much as we can, scratch the surface on
okay, let's scratch the surface on it a little bit.
Yeah. So, can we play a snippet or two of a couple of joints or no?
I mean, I don't see why we can't. I was just busting your chops, but I was just talking about the time. I know you got a lot going on. You know, it's old people don't have a life no more. Yeah, you know what? Let me go pull up some of the songs. Let's do 3.
Okay.
Let's pick 3 songs from the new album and review them.
Well, let's make Play a Summer one of them because that's my joint right there.
Okay.
Play a Summer for sure. But just for the record, we got a whole album full of joints, man. Of course, it's the mother saying the baby is cute and shit, but the album has a good energy to it because I hadn't listened to it for a while, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I was, of course, banging the shit every day in the car, and you know, much to my wife's dismay, every time she get in the motherfucker ride, it's like, nigga. But then I had a hiatus from the record, so I actually spun it up again a couple of weeks ago to start vibing with it again. And I was like, damn, man, we did it. We got a fucking we got a record, an official joint, man.
Yeah. Like I really enjoy, because I think I'm subjective enough about our music just because I'm usually part of every piece of it, from like the writing to the production to the video concepts and to the marketing. I think I'm kind of subjective enough between all of our projects, because there's certain projects that I think are better than others of ours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and honestly, I think to me, this one is up there with Wild Times. I think this album is like the same feel that Wild Times gave me.
Yeah, a lot of eclectic.
Like different eclectic. Like we went a lot of different places this time, and I think to me it's like a mature version of Wild Times, right?
Yeah,
it's the adult version,
right,
of Wild Times.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah,
and you know, for the people watching, I feel like the way we did this album made it feel that way because, just to give y'all some context, I won't say that we got lazy. I would say that technology helped us to do things different, right? And that's not always a good thing. Like, I have a studio, V-Ray has a studio, Ish has a studio, Daniel has a studio. So basically, we could have literally did this whole album without ever seeing each other because we all have our own studios. And I think we had started getting into doing music that way. Like, all right, V-Ray, I got this. I'm just gonna send it over, lay the bass line, boo boo.
Yeah.
But this time,
like we did the Christmas joint.
Yeah, like the Christmas joint. Like we was just like, we wasn't together when we did the Christmas joint, even though that joint came out good.
It did come out good. But I'm just saying that's an example of that.
Yeah. So we did the Christmas joint like that. But when we did this album, when we did Stop the World, we literally got in a room, sat on the instruments together, and just came up with all the music in an organic way, in an organic sense. And I think being in the room together, and I always call back to when we were sitting in the studio, I don't know what song we was working on, but you were sitting behind me and you was like, hey man, we should sing this on this part of the song.
That was the Earth, Wind and Fire sound.
Merge Energy, right?
Merge Energy, yeah.
Yeah, you like, so and that changed the whole record. I was like, now if we would have did it separate, that moment wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
So we would have did it where I was just sending like that moment because you probably wouldn't have been there when I did the vocals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but the fact that we were all in a room together, it gave it like I feel like this record has all of our energy all over it.
Right.
So we're gonna play y'all. Let's do the 3 joints. We'll talk about it, but we want y'all to review them with us too. Tell us what y'all think. Since V-Ray, since you said you want to play a Summer first.
Yeah, man. And the video, oh man, when the video dropped for that,
I can't wait till the video
that's my
drop.
favorite video, I think, of the ones we got so far for this record.
Yeah,
but yeah, I love that song. The whole vibe, it's summertime all over the place, man. That motherfucker's nice.
All right, so let's play. Here's "Play a Summer" from Stop the World.
Cruising. You starting, then you're losing, confusing the purpose of this movement. So soak in, it's a beautiful day to play. Wild bunch back, yeah, we clearing the way. Hey, block parties in the backyard clubs, and you know it don't stop till we pullin' the plug. Your drunk and he cutting the rug. Man, these outside parties, they be killing the club, but I don't think that y'all feel me. See, it's about to get silly. Low ride, yeah, we still outside. Old times and we feeling the vibe. Ciphers and they killing the rhymes. And no cops around here, only killing the time. So we having no fear. And no bedtime is near. The summertime is here, my dear. So get ready for the secret. Grab your people in the bitches. Come on.
Players come out to play in the summertime. All the boys and girls from around the world. We all the way live. Like that vibe, that vibe.
They asking for the light and I'ma bring it. Knowing that these people be blind and then they need it. We living in the cold where my flame gon' heat it. I'ma take you higher, baby, go ahead, believe it. Like MJ, I beat it. Here to be repeated. Cause what y'all geeking out seem to be depleted. You know I got the fire, you can call me overheated. The fame don't need it, my name gon' speak it. Now this is something that'll get them jumping, make they bob their heads while the speakers thumping. Yeah, we keep it coming while they own that dope shit. The players play, we finessing functions, always up to something, but it's nothing. We riding up high and we vibing and roping. Cold slow motion, and we gon' do it all way. Laid back on the track while we parlay always. Like Sinatra got my own way. I'ma get paid, rapping Cali all day. Yup.
Players come out to play in the summertime. All the boys and girls from around the world. We all the way live. Like that vibe, that vibe. Players come out to play in the summertime. All the boys and girls from around the world. We all the way live. Like that vibe, that vibe.
Boom, boom, boom.
So that's "Play a Summer" from the Stop the World album.
That is my joint, man. Oh my God, bro.
Steph say the flows give me a Dog Pound vibe. I like that. I could take that.
Yeah.
Erlene said it reminds me of the 80s.
Yeah.
And Shannon said it reminds me of Cube, Will Smith, Coolio. So that's all those good summertime.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the vibe we was going for, Shannon and Erlene. Like we was trying to give that nostalgic 80s, 90s feel with that particular record, you know, and you'll see how intentional we was about that even when we finally dropped the video, like how we really wanted to give that 90s vibe to everybody, you know, because we feel like, you know, certain styles of music people are missing. And I think what we want to do with this album you know, we're not trying to compete with the youngsters or the YNs, as they say. You know, with this album, we wanted to make music for our age group and the music we know we like and the music we came up on. Like, yo, let's just supply some more of that. And that goes to your, you know, that goes to your point, Stephanie, about like it feel like a Dog Pound vibe. You know what I mean? Yeah. Willie said, "I'm coming to steal that joint Saturday."
Yeah, that's the convertible car in the summertime vibe right there to me, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Excuse me. That's the top down kind of joint. Barbecues, backyard barbecues and shit.
What will I do for the second joint? We got so many joints that I'm really proud of. How about Merge Energy?
Yeah, Merge Energy would be a dope one, bro.
So let's give y'all the precursor to Merge Energy. As I just said, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really wanted to give y'all that nostalgic feel for our new record, just grown folk music, right? We want to make grown folk hip hop, grown folk funk, grown folk, you know, R&B. We want to give y'all some grown folk music. So this is a piece of that grown folk. And let us know what y'all think. You know, let us know if y'all rock with it, if y'all vibe with it, if y'all love it, y'all hate it, you know, whatever y'all feeling, let us know. It's one of my favorites. That's my favorite.
Yeah. The flute, and Corey getting down. No, that wasn't Corey, was it?
I see you. I know you see me. We have a motion to our kinetic energy. It's so electric, we can't help it. I want to know if you would like to make it epic. We can fly away, oh yeah. When we can mind for fail, oh yeah. You and I are ready to explore, get to the core, loving you more. Emerge energy is bigger than the physical and so much more, so much more. When you're into me, the way we feel connected just means so much more, so much more. Our bodies merge smooth with the energy. Come closer, baby, show me that you're into me. I wanna see your body temperature rise. Open up now, I wanna see your pretty eyes. Now tell me, can you feel a sensation? Wow, I can feel your heart racing. Gonna take you to ecstasy. Love the energy you bring when you're next to me, baby. We can fly away, oh yeah. When we can mind for fail, yeah. You and I are ready to explore, get to the core, loving you more. Emerge energy is bigger than the physical and so much more, so much more. When you're into me, the way we feel connected just means so much more, so much more. Energy is bigger than the physical and so much more, so much more. When you're into me,
I have to go out and come back in, so I'm not sure if we're still on or not.
So much more, so much more.
But if you can hear me, then
energy is bigger than the physical and so much more, so much more. When you're into me, the way we feel connected just means so much more, so much more.
Mercy Demont right there, Steph. you know, some grown folk music. So that was Merge Energy. And whoever said Roy Ayers, yeah, that's cousin Earlene. Whoever said Roy Ayers, Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's the exact vibe we was going for. Like I said, we're trying to bring some grown folk music so you can have, like, you know, we love all our oldies, right? But I'm like, what if we made some new songs that felt like those oldies so you can have something new to bump? You know what I'm saying? Something that got a old school vibe, but it feels just a little newer. Thank you, Steph. Oh yeah, and shout out to Cabron White is a good friend of mine, and Cabron White is you back, V? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was about to text you, man.
Yeah, so Cabron White.
I can't hear anything.
You can't? Hold on. Can you hear now? Can you hear me, V?
But I'm gonna go out and
okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you talking. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
All right. So Cabron White is Maurice White's son. And I don't know if a lot of y'all probably don't know, but on our first album, we had the chance to work with Maurice White on a song called Cat Daddy on the Wild Times album, which was one of the like highlights of my career, being able to work with Maurice White on a record. So if y'all haven't get a chance, go listen to Cat Daddy on the Wild Times at Washington High album. And we did a record with Maurice White there, and we got to spend some time with him before he passed. And when I say he was a great dude, he kind of helped mentor us, taught us a lot about recording in the studio, how to do harmonies and stuff like that. Can you hear now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So he taught us to do harmony, stuff like that. Like, we had the studio for 3 days to work with Maurice White, and we probably recorded for 1 day, and the other 2 days was just us talking to him, listening to stories, and you know, getting to know him and just trying to pick his brain and learn all we can. So when we did this record, I sent it to Cabron, like, yo, what you think of this record? And he said, yo, my pops is all up in that record, and I love it. And I think that's the biggest compliment we could have got in regards to doing something that feels like a Earth, Wind, and Fire record. You know, we had that cosign from Cabron White, his son, who was like, yo, this feels like my pops, man. Thank you so much for sending me this record. Like, so that's dope. You know, we trying to really keep the musical legacy, not just like Earth, Wind, and Fire, but Earth, Wind, and Fire, Parliament Funkadelic, you know, Ohio Players, all those kind of, we trying to keep that lineage of music going with this album. And, you know, that's what we're hoping that we succeed in doing on this album. So
I think we do, man. I think it kind of transcends. I mean, I won't say transcends, but it bridges that vibe, you know, the old school vibe to 2025. You know what I mean? Because the grooves and everything is still relatable in today's, you know, music mindset. I think, but it almost reintroduces to some and maintains to others the kind of vibe that the 90s was built on. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're so infamous, and people still throw back to them all the time. Like, you know, even when they sample music and shit, they pulling up stuff from those eras because there's a reason for that. So I think we maintain that for sure, bro.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm very proud of this record. And you know what? Since we did two, I guess for the next few shows, we'll just do two at a time, giving y'all pieces of the record 2 at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll review a couple records, give y'all a sneak preview, let y'all know, like, this is what we on musically for this album. And we hope y'all like where we going. We hope y'all enjoy it. We looking to do some vinyl releases. I know a lot of people getting into vinyls. If y'all got like y'all record players, we're gonna be doing some vinyl releases of some of this music. I'm very excited about that, man. And you know, we got some big things in the pipeline coming soon. Can't announce it just yet, but we got some big things in the pipeline coming soon, and we're gonna need y'all support to help blow it up to as big as we need to make it. This Sunday, I'm going to be at AOM for my birthday. So if y'all want to come through for my birthday, go look on any of my social medias. You'll see flyer for my birthday. And everybody who comes to karaoke night, we're going to be celebrating my birthday at karaoke night next Wednesday. We're going to celebrate my birthday. So come sing a song with me at Legends Sports Bar. Y'all know we have a good time there. It's a good vibe. live music, live band, playing karaoke. People be having fun, man. So yeah, that's what we on. Wild Bunch got some things brewing. We thank everybody for watching us, man. Everybody who always join us for Wild Thoughts, I really appreciate y'all because we really do have our regulars. I feel like cheers in here. I know everybody who's gonna be commenting and gonna be on, you know, and I appreciate that. Stephanie said I can see Pops and Mama chilling in the den, dancing, having a drink after work. Thank you, cousin. I appreciate it. Thank you, Steph. And you know, that's what Stephanie, you know, you made some good music if people feel like they can clean up to your music. I hope we made some music that you can wake your kids up and make them, you know, like I will forever know the Gap Band 4 album as the album that we used to clean up to on Saturday mornings. If I heard Gap Band, I know Mama about to wake our asses up.
Yeah.
You drop the bomb on me, she's about to drop the bomb on us, nigga. We about to get up and clean up.
Yeah.
So we just want to make music in that, make music in that tradition, man, and hope people just feeling what we doing, feeling the vibe. And I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate everybody. You know, like I said, always who's commenting, who's telling people about Wild Bunch, who's telling people about the Wild Thought show. Y'all are like the best when it comes to support, man. Y'all support the hell out of us all the time, and I just want to let y'all know I don't take that for granted. I really do appreciate y'all. I really like Stephanie. She comes out whenever she can and she supports, and I appreciate that. Shannon, she'll post stuff for us, and Shannon helps me with the show immensely more than she ever, you know, knows. So I appreciate you too, Shannon. And Shannon stays on me about certain current events and making sure we talk about certain things. Like I really, really, really do not take you guys for granted. And I appreciate everybody who watches the show, everybody who participates, and everybody who don't. Because some people see me on the streets and be like, I watch your show all the time. And I never see them in the comments. I never see them pop up. But they really be watching because they be talking to me about what we just talked about last week. Yeah. People, you know, so I thank y'all. I really appreciate that. So again, birthday Sunday, AOM from 7 to 12. If y'all want to come out, man, it's going to be a good time. Just grown and sexy vibes. We like, I'm not even performing. I just wanted to have a party where I didn't have to work. I'm not even DJing. Like I actually hired a DJ. Like I just want to hang out with my peoples. I want my peoples to come. We hang out, have some drinks together, man, this Sunday. So make sure y'all come hang with us and have a good time. And again, like I said, after that, next Wednesday at Legends Bar and Grill, we're gonna be having the Wild Bunch live band karaoke for my birthday as well. So we'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all for y'all comment and feedback on the music.
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks. We're gonna continue to share with y'all. We're gonna continue to share with our family. You know, ain't no dress code. We don't do dress codes. You know, we do spots where you don't have to do dress codes because we're gonna have grown folks there. But you know, I'm gonna be looking nice. You know what I'm saying? Just so you know, I'm gonna be looking nice. But yeah, come slide, man. We're gonna have fun. Bring the whole fam bam. All right. Until next time. 2 weeks.
Yep. 2 weeks.
All right, because next Wednesday we're gonna be where? At Legends Bar and Grill for live band karaoke. All right, y'all.
All right, bro.
Later.
Shout, let it all out.
Change your mind. I really like to break your heart. I really like to break your heart.